Previously on Ignorant Rants. I was going to say, I hate that phrase. This is the worst phrase. Just fucking say it. You weren't going to say it. You're saying it. Even if...
What phrase?
For real. Spit it out, Junior.
I was going to say. I hate that phrase. I was going to say. When someone's like, I was going to say.
Okay.
I hate that phrase because
gay.
it's like, you can't open something by saying I was going to say because you're saying it. It's not past tense.
Right.
It's
like
current
It's like when
tense.
people say pun not intended, but they recognize their pun. You're like, shut the fuck up.
No, you definitely intended that.
You're
pun.
calling attention to it, so you intended
Right.
it. I agree wholeheartedly. But what I was going to say was... yeah. Hello, welcome to Ignorance, show where some friends get together and sometimes talk about shit, and sometimes we just fucking bro out, and it's all good when we do that. Much love, much love. Now I'm your host, Tim, joined today by Brent. Brent, what's going on? How you doing?
What up, my beep beeps?
All right, I just fucking Roadrunner all of a sudden.
Yeah, no, we watched this episode of Broad City the other night, and one of the girls is pretending to be the other girl, and that's how she talks when she's pretending to be the other girl.
That's weird.
It was weird, but it was hilarious.
Okay,
So.
we'll take your word for it. And also today we're joined by Bobby. Bobby, what's going on?
Fucking not a lot, man. I'm in a pretty pissed off mood right now.
Okay, we'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Just I'm sorry for my very non-plus performance today.
Goddamn, 0 to angry in fucking an introduction.
Seriously. You're wasting time.
I need another drink.
God damn it.
All right.
Well, let's
No,
just
keep-
stop
no,
the
no,
show
no, no.
while he goes and gets
No,
another drink.
keep going.
No, go make a fucking drink.
No, please continue. I'm ready to roll. I got plenty of water here. I'll just pretend it's Everclear.
Some water?
You should
Ooh.
pretend it's vodka like an adult.
Some water.
Adults don't drink vodka. Oh,
They do in Russia.
But we're in America. Sorority girls drink vodka.
That's very true.
So sorority girls are the same as
Russians.
Russian.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think that's already, it's been very well established.
All right, so Brent, you saw something that you wanted to shed some light on.
Yeah, there's a recent scandal that just happened. I'm sure a lot of people have seen it pop up. The reason that it caught my eye was because I was on Reddit and somebody just was like, it was the Kevin Durant "You the Real MVP" meme, and it was like, to the person who named this recent scandal the Panama Papers instead of Panama Gate, you the real MVP.
Oh,
And I was like,
I thought it was the Guatemalan Papers.
no, not the Guatemala.
That's a
Papers.
different-
That's a whole
that's
other
different
thing. That's a
thing.
whole
Wait.
other thing.
Nicaragua?
Nicaragua.
I love saying that word.
Honduras.
Honduras.
The Honduras Papers.
The Honduras Papers. There's lots of papers from lots of different countries
Yeah, it's
out
weird.
there. So
Like
but we're talking about the Panama Papers.
Not
tonight.
Laos.
Not Laos.
On the other side of the planet.
They don't have papers there.
No. Well, they have bamboo.
The Laos bamboos.
They still, yeah, but they use the bamboo to write in the dirt. They don't.
Oh, that's right. The Laos beach writing
Right,
scandal.
right. The Lausetta Stone.
Ah,
Oh my gosh.
I get it.
Some of us here,
The Panama Papers.
some of us
But-
here are educated.
So
Not many of us.
it piqued my interest because,
You're a
I
fan
was
of
like-
Panama.
well, I mean, yes, I love the Panama Canal.
Yeah,
A
it's-
man-
it's
Fox
a
there
great
in the Panama
piece-
Canal.
A man, a
architecture.
plan, a canal, Panama.
Panama.
That is a palindrome.
No idea what it is.
A man, a plan, a canal, Panama.
Holy shit. That's the longest palindrome I've ever heard in my life.
Wow.
Usually I just go with mom.
Mom.
Actually, my favorite one was race car.
Race car.
Race car's a good one.
Well, it was a good one until a man, a plan, a canal, Panama. That's my new favorite.
Well,
one.
I didn't find that out on my own. That was from a high school band I used to love called The Fall of Troy. They had a song called that.
Oh yeah.
a high school band, not a high school band.
Yeah.
I was like, you make a habit of following high school bands. Yo, the Riverside Tigers, man. That high school band was off the hook. Anyway, the Panama Papers. Tell us
Panama
about these papers.
So it caught my attention because it was not Panama Gate, and I was like, finally, a scandal that's not named Gate.
Yeah, we all remember the Turtlegate scandal.
Turtlegate. But the Panama Papers, so there's a law firm, I can't remember the name because it's something outrageous.
It's like Meccan Finanska or some bullshit.
Yeah, it's Megan Fox's.
Oh, Meccan Finanska and Bullshit LLC.
Yeah. Very prominent.
It's a law firm in Panama that does like law advice and helps sets up trusts for specific jurisdictions all around the world, which they listed their jurisdictions. Oddly enough, Nevada and Wyoming are two jurisdictions that
fucking Wyoming, bro. I know
it works with.
Bobby's a huge fan of Wyoming.
Oh my god, what a shithole state, dude.
Yeah, and so basically the Panama Papers, what it is like 11.5 billion documents. I guess it takes up like 2 point something terabytes of data in computer form.
There's no way anyone's reading that many.
They did.
Well, we don't have to, but
they did.
this journalist place did read them all, and that's where the whole thing came from. Is that the papers basically outline a whole list of people, celebrities, athletes, and world leaders, their offshore businesses and assets that they didn't claim in their jurisdictions around tax season. And that's why it was a big deal, because certain jurisdictions like the U.S. specifically, it's not illegal to have an offshore account or an offshore business, but you're still required to report those assets for specific things like taxation, and child support was one of the things they listed, and other stuff like that. And so these people are hiding their money, is the way that the phrase that they're using. These super rich 1%ers are hiding their money in these offshore stuff for tax fraud, tax evasion, that kind of thing. And like the list of people is nuts. Like Vladimir Putin, a lot of his advisors, Prime Minister of Iceland, Lionel Messi is one of them.
Right, the fucking
who's that? I don't know who that is.
Lionel Messi's arguably the best soccer player in the world. Plays for Barcelona FC.
I've never heard of this guy. He's not David Beckham. He's only soccer player I know.
He's better than David Beckham.
Oh, so he's better like Beckham?
Better like Beckham. Not nearly as attractive as David Beckham, which I think that's a very important thing to realize.
Yeah. I said for years that Beckham was riding on his looks. And Posh Spice's looks.
Yes.
Posh Spice.
Because she's a fox.
She's my favorite Spice Girl.
She's my second favorite.
Well, if I'm being honest, my first favorite.
I was more partial to Scary Spice.
What? No
Really?
one's partial to Scary Spice.
When she straightened her hair, she wasn't bad. But
is Mel B or Mel C Scary Spice?
Mel B.
Melanie Brown.
Okay,
Mel B looks good though.
I was always a fan of Sporty Spice.
Okay, Sporty Spice was my favorite until my sister, who very consistently as a child liked to just jump on the bandwagon of things I enjoyed, was all of a sudden one day like, I love Sporty Spice, and I was so angry that I just switched favorite Spice Girls because I didn't want to have anything to do with it. Actually, a side note too, I'm a very vindictive person. This is not an exaggeration of a story. When I was in high school, those who know me well know that I love AFI. It was one of my favorite bands in middle school and high school, if not my favorite band. And they released this album with this single when I was in 7th grade called Girls Not Gray. And in my senior year of high school, I walked into a library wearing an AFI shirt, and this girl that I hated went, "Oh my God, Bobby, I love AFI. I just heard Girls Not Gray for the first time," right? Like 5 or 6 years too late. I just ripped my shirt off and threw it at her and told her to fucking have it. And I didn't listen to him again for like, I didn't listen to him for like 4 years.
And then he peeled out in his Trans Am.
Right. Put on his leather jacket, got out of there.
threw a fucking, I fucked it up. I was going to say one of those fucking butane lighters, fucking Zippos, threw it at the school and watched it blow up and burn behind me.
You didn't. Well, see, if you watched it, you did it wrong. You should have just let it explode and walked away from it, and not even looked at it. That's what cool guys do.
I'm not Bruce Willis, okay?
I love your go-to. But we're getting lost in the weeds here. So, Sporty Spice was clearly the more important one. Who's a big fan of Panama? I'm told. Any other names on this list that you can remember?
I can't remember, but those were the big hitters.
Okay, hold on.
There were no United States people on the list, but the like journalist place that did all the research, they did tweet out saying, "I know you guys are talking about how there's no one from the United States on this list, but just wait for what happens next." And there hasn't been anything that's happened next yet.
They said
they're going to drop the bombshell.
Well, they said
that. Well, hold on, no, because the bombshell is going to be Jeremy Irons.
No, god damn it. What? No, they can. They said that by the like the first or second week of May, they'll have the entire list of people who have done this out.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Bombshell, Michael Caine.
He's English.
Right. No one from America.
Fair.
I'm telling you
fair.
right now.
So I
think it's calling it. Hold on, I'm going to call it right now. Emma Watson.
What? That girl is a great citizen.
I doubt it.
No, that girl's too perfect.
Shut up.
Too perfect.
Shut
I said
up.
it. I would drink that girl's bathwater. I'm going to say it right now.
All right.
Yeah.
I also
So
would.
I think all of us would, to be honest. But
one bathtub, 3 straws, please.
The thing that I thought was most interesting about this was, and a lot of it I think is speculation at this point, or like trying to use this as a platform for current presidential candidates.
Oh, so
but they're talking about
Mitt Romney.
They're talking about Hillary Clinton is like gonna go. She's probably one of the people on the list that they're gonna release or whatever. But they're talking about. I saw this other article that was titled "How Panama Papers is Going to Springboard Bernie Sanders to the White House." And
that'd be interesting if both Trump and Clinton were on that list.
probably, but the Bernie Sanders thing was like these people were like, oh, and this is actually a pretty legitimate point. But they talked about in 2010, Bernie Sanders went before Congress and talked about this Panama Trade Act thing that was being pushed through at the time, saying that it wasn't actually going to create jobs like people were saying it was going to. And what it was going to do was give people an avenue for tax evasion and blah, blah, blah. And he was against it. And then Obama put it through and accepted it. And the next day, Hillary Clinton went in front of Congress and applauded Obama for putting it through, all on the basis of the whole creating jobs thing, and never once mentioned any of the implications regarding offshore assets being hidden or tax evasion, stuff like that.
See, I don't think her name's going to be on that list, because if it had been, then that email would have got out a while ago with other emails, because that girl does not know how to handle her Gmail account.
Yeah, no, that's probably true. But they outlined the amount of money totaled in all of these offshore assets.
Let me guess, $4.3 billion.
They say upwards of $31 trillion.
Fuck, I wasn't even close.
And so the guy writing the article.
Hold on, how much?
Upwards of 31 trillion.
31 trillion.
31 trillion.
Trillion's not even a real number.
It's the number after billion. It's real.
It's never. It's
it's real.
It's real.
I always thought.
I mean, none of us have ever seen it. But
I always thought it was zillion.
Zillion.
I would pay $50
to see $1 trillion.
31 trillion dollars stacked in a room,
and then have the Joker lighted on fire.
Oh my gosh, that'd be the best.
That'd be the best. But
hold on, because I would pay $50 to see the Joker.
I know you would. You just have him squirt you in the face with Joker venom.
Oh my gosh, I would pay $31 trillion to get squirted in the face by Joker with Joker venom.
With Joker venom.
I think that you exactly are the reason why these 1%ers want to hide what they have, because they don't think you deserve it at all.
No.
No.
They shouldn't give me $10. They should give me $50 so I can pay to see their $31 trillion.
But
it's an absurd amount of money.
The guy writing the Bernie Sanders charged article said that
puff piece.
For the sake of not knowing the exact number, we'll just say it's 21 trillion exactly that is hidden in these offshore accounts. And he goes on to say, what could we fund with $21 trillion? And he lists all these things that Bernie Sanders wants to put forward, like free college, and he lists what that would cost a year, and housing for homeless people, and he lists what that would cost a year, and free healthcare, and he lists what that would cost a year. And so he basically is saying that even if it's just $21 trillion hidden in these offshore accounts, that they could fund all of Bernie Sanders' ideas and move forward with them, plus other stuff. And he like finishes it off by saying like, oh, their excuse is that we don't have the money for it, but the money is there and it's ours. And that's what he says in the article.
And it's ours.
And I'm thinking to myself, like,
Yeah, how's it ours?
It's these people's accounts that they put the money into. How are they going to use, even if it's $21 trillion? Like, I get that he's probably talking about if that money was taxed like it should have been.
Right.
They can use that to fund it.
Well, I was going to say.
But still, to go ahead and say that the money is ours is pretty outlandish. These people, like, worked for this money or did illegal activities for the money. Whatever they did to get the money, that's their money. They put it in these accounts.
So, even if, let's just say that this movie about this money.
The Panama Papers movie.
This money that's offshore, that's hidden offshore, so it doesn't get taxed. Let's just say people are like, yo, that money's hidden. We got to tax that money. Let's just say that's a thing. None of the names they found so far were American. So even if they go after the taxes on it, we're like, hey, you got to pay the taxes on that shit. It's not coming here.
Right.
It's going to Iceland and Russia and Laos. Spain.
Laos.
Guatemala.
Maybe they'll get paper.
Yeah. Honduras, as they say.
Honestly, I didn't expect you guys to be more at my angle because I was going to defend my rich peeps here for a hot second. And
of course you would.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that nothing that, like Brent pointed out.
Hold on. Before you say that, let me just point out that I liked how you said my peeps, but not one of them would claim any association with you ever.
Absolutely would they. I'm great friends with very important people.
Michael Caine,
Howard Stern,
Jeremy Irons.
No, I don't know the man.
I don't know the man.
He's a good guy. I'll introduce you.
Thank you. I'll introduce you.
I love this work in Lion King.
I'll introduce you to my best friend Warren Buffett.
I don't know who that is.
No one does.
He's the guy that invented the buffet.
He's actually.
I'm a big fan.
He's not a real person. He's an alien, but.
I get my money's worth every time I go to the Warren Buffett.
The Warren Buffett. No,
2 steaks, please.
This shit is like, it's very important to point out that, I mean, the people that they've released so far, some of them, like Lionel Messi, for instance, I mean, he owes like millions and millions of dollars of back taxes, but this wasn't like a brand new thing that came to light. I mean, the country of Spain had already sued him for it and prosecuted. He had already paid his back taxes like fucking 4 years ago.
Right.
And I mean, the Iceland dude, he resigned, their prime minister, and there was a lot of controversy about that. But it's not technically illegal what any of these people have done so far. It's not illegal to have offshore accounts or to own stake in businesses whatsoever. And so until there's actual
last time I checked, and Capone can back me up on this, tax evasion is illegal.
Well, but hold on. The thing is, tax evasion is being implied by these papers. It's not being proven because none of these journalists work for the IRS or whatever governing bodies of taxing that these countries have. So tax evasion
Homeland Security.
That's not a thing. In other countries.
The CIA.
Okay. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so this whole article to me is just like it's fucking nonsense. At least right now. I mean, I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it couldn't grow to be something huge if all of a sudden you are like, okay, now we've grouped with the IRS here and we've proven that this much money has been blah, 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 blah. But at right this exact moment, these papers literally mean nothing. It just says what we already knew, which is rich people are good with investing money. That's all it says.
Yeah, and last time I checked, good investments were pretty legal. All right. Yeah.
Now, Lionel Messi, though, I mean, his case definitely was. I mean, he was definitely tax laundering, and he just
they mentioned that in the article, too.
Yeah.
That he was already under fire for that in years previous. But that's what I was saying, was that they do a good job. In the actual article about the Panama Papers, they lay out specifically that in the U.S.'s jurisdiction specifically, it's not illegal to do offshore business or offshore accounts.
Right.
But the fact that they're hiding the money, they're implying that the money was hidden there and put there in shell corporations that aren't real and offshore accounts in the effort to evade taxes.
So you're saying
anyway, though.
So you're saying is that the article was well written by good journalists who know what they're doing.
But the other article I mentioned,
the implications are enough. Guilty. Send them all to jail.
The other article I mentioned, though, the one pro-Bernie, this very obviously pro-Bernie Sanders article.
The puff piece.
Definitely by his statement that the money is there and it's ours is outrageous.
That's a pretty preposterous statement. If I may
and also,
say so.
for somebody who didn't spend a year and a half weeding through the fucking 11.5 fucking million or billion documents, that guy just choosing any kind of number whatsoever and then having a make-believe number and then giving his make-believe number the benefit of the doubt to create a new make-believe number to make-believe money to make-believe all these fucking free college institutions is absolutely fucking bizarre and absurd.
He probably dropped out of math class right about the time he was learning about imaginary numbers. And
I like how all of his make-believe numbers for this puff piece. Bernie Sanders. Let's pretend he's got a lot of money.
Well, and like let's even like the U.S. national debt right now, the national deficit is at $17 trillion. If this motherfucker is just giving us the benefit of the doubt that that's $21 trillion, are you fucking just in taxes like free and clear government money? Come the fuck on. That's not even close to real. Absolute bullshit. That guy's a fucking idiot.
We would be in the green.
Yes.
If that was the case. We wouldn't have a deficit.
And think about if that was real and that was like tax money over like, just a handful of years or so. I mean, we would always be just by far and away the number one financial country. So, but the thing is, the reason I could give a fuck less, even if all these guys are illegally evading these taxes of large sums of money by offshore accounts, is because these motherfuckers already pay like 80% of all of our country's taxes when it's said and done. So who gives a fuck? I couldn't care less about that shit.
That's not true. I pay 80% of our country's taxes.
You do specifically?
Yes.
Are you Warren Buffett? Because I know what Warren Buffett looks like because we're friends. We played golf last week.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Hold on. I plead the fifth.
I was going to say, because I was waiting to trap you. Because, Warren Buffett's a pretty young guy. You guys actually look a lot alike.
I plead the fifth.
Warren Buffett was going to pay me $1 billion if I had a perfect college basketball March Madness bracket last year.
Did you?
No, but it was pretty fucking close.
Did you have UNC winning?
They didn't win, so no. And I said last year, not this year.
Did you have UNC winning this year?
Funny story about this year. I was ranked in the top 3% of ESPN. I told you guys that on this podcast. But here's the funny story. I got 14 out of the Sweet 16 teams correct, and the only two I got wrong were Villanova and North Carolina. So, yes, my bracket was destroyed, yes.
So you did not have North Carolina. Villanova won?
Yeah,
Villanova won, yeah.
Bro, they hit a fucking... Dude, that was the most awesome swing. You didn't watch that game?
Nah.
Bro.
I don't own a TV.
I was watching the Angels opening day game.
Dude, North Carolina, at least go back and watch the highlights. They're insane. With 8 seconds left, fucking North Carolina down by 3. This guy hits this fucking long shot 3. His fucking legs are flapping in the air all over the place like he's trying to tread water and shit. He's like, thinks he's going to get fouled. He's getting laid out. Drains this fucking bucket, tie the game. 4 seconds left. Villanova charges down the court, throws up like a 27-footer and just nothing but net to kill it as time expires. Awesome.
Word.
Funny story, I didn't watch the game. I watched those highlights this morning because I watched the first 10 minutes of that game and I was like, fuck, this is boring.
Yeah, I don't know. I had Facebook friends talking about how the refs kind of sucked, but I wasn't really paying attention, so I could give a shit. I don't like college basketball. I haven't liked college basketball since they stopped paying the athletes.
The quality's really dilled down a little bit.
Yeah, it's gone downhill since Shaq's days.
No, anyway, that's
my piece on the Panama Papers.
Fuck them.
So the long and short of it is the TLDR version, if you will.
Yeah.
Some rich white folk around the world hiding their money. Someone found some paperwork that said so.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah, the original article was titled "Ever Wondered Where Rich People Hide Their Money?" That was the original article. So it was basically like we got to see these guys' checking accounts. That's what it was.
I might have guessed Panama. But I would have guessed like on the beach under a rock or something. I wouldn't have guessed.
X marks the spot.
Yeah.
Well, and that was the point. The thing that I thought was so ridiculous about the guy saying the money is there and it's ours. He was like, what is Panama, like Treasure Island now? And the first person that gets there gets the $31 trillion.
Oh my gosh, let's go, dude. Let me grab a shovel and we'll fucking hit it up.
These ridiculous Democrats.
We are pretty outrageous sometimes. So let me just point this out because I've said this for years now. I don't trust rich white folk. I don't trust them.
It's you're from North Las Vegas, of course not.
No, not at all. So And these are just reasons why.
These are just reasons why.
Because they hide their money.
Without
and
rich white people, the Civil Rights Act would have never happened.
You cannot prove that.
I absolutely can. Money gets
You absolutely
everything done in
cannot.
this country.
Because if it wasn't for the Titanic sinking, you, my friend, would not have Twinkies.
Oh my god.
Marinate on that for a minute.
I think that's a great, horrible note to end this segment on.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be right back with some more Ignorant Rants. And we're back. And we're here to what are we doing? We're massaging some ear holes today.
Some cochlea.
We're always doing something to someone's ear holes.
Yeah, we're beating some eardrums.
Ooh.
Very tribal of you.
Like Joe Jackson.
The perennial war march.
Yes. So, Bobby, you were tantalizing us earlier with this prospect of being angry at something.
Fucking shit,
So
dude.
I'm now letting you unleash the Kraken.
Okay,
Rage.
I'm gonna honestly. I know that we're trying to like make a comedy show. I'm gonna try and be as calm as I can while I explain this because this actually makes me very, very fucking angry. Okay, so I want to talk about business.
Oh, hold on. So,
What?
on a scale of like 1 to 10, how angry are you about this?
I am Ed Norton's Hulk angry about this.
So his power level's over 9,000.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Like I want to specifically talk about businesses and fucking people over. I know a lot of times people. I've worked in customer service before, so I know a lot of times people just don't understand they're buying extra things or like don't pay their bill on time or blah blah blah, get confused by shit and they get pissed off. But like real honest being fucked over by companies and shit. And
Okay.
fucking last year Enron, right? Power to the people.
The Lehman Brothers.
Last year, I got a gym membership at this place, and I'm actually going to call it by name because fuck them. It's the Colorado Athletic Club. I got this in like October.
Oh, the old CAC.
The old CAC. That's actually what they call it, the CAC. So you know the place.
I'm familiar.
Okay.
Said no one ever. Except Bobby. Go ahead.
So this place is like exclusively a very, very... I didn't know this at the time, by the way. I've just realized now and what you'll hear from my dealings with them. It is a very high-end, like very expensive gym. And where I live, it's the only gym within like fucking 45 minutes of me, right? So, and you know part of the thing when you want to get a gym, it's got to be convenient, close, and shit like that. You're never going to go. So
Right, I don't want to work before my workout.
Right, exactly. So I get this gym membership, but for me and Kai to go, it's $150 a person, or not a person. I'm sorry, that's the way to put it. It's combined $150, which is still very fucking expensive a month.
That's still
a month.
That's still outrageous.
God damn it!
No, I told you the cost of living here fucking sucks, dude.
I don't spend that on my phone bill.
Yeah,
Where I look at different workouts that I'm not going to do.
So like we get this gym plan and we get it and we got like a 14-day trial and shit. It's just like anything else, right? It's got a contract, but you have this 14-day trial, and we signed up for a 3-month contract with a 14-day trial. And at the time, I was making what I thought, because I was brand new to the city, I thought was pretty good money. So we got this gym set up, and about 10 days in, when I actually did a real budget and realized I don't really want to do this job anymore, where can we free up some cash? Holy fuck, this place is really expensive. So
the gym's always the first place to go.
Right. So yeah, fuck my health. So I look at the contract that we signed, and it says, hey, you've got this 14-day trial. You can cancel it by coming in and canceling. You can send us an email to cancel it, or you can like give us a phone call to cancel it, whatever. So I sent an email, right? I want something on file, something I can save. So I send this email saying
plus it was easier.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
So I send this email canceling it, and everything's chill, right? The lady emails back, you're good to go, no big deal. So lo and behold, I notice about 4 weeks ago that the credit card that I never use, because it's just there for automatic bill pay, and then I just pay it off each month, has been charged every month since then for this contract, and now we're in month-to-month stage. They owe me at this point, about $850. And I've just been paying this shit without even thinking about it. And so I realized that, so I think, like, okay, well, that's, that's stupid of me for not looking. Fuck it, though. Like, shoot them another email. It'll get taken care of, right? It's not my fault. I got the proof with all this shit. No big deal. So I fire at the sales rep the email. Hey, here's this fucking, remember I sent you this email. Here's a copy of that email. Here's a picture of the contract. It's within the 14 days. Remember I told you we canceled this. Could you please refund this? And the lady's like, yeah, I'll refund it for you. Let me just, and she's like, yeah, I'll refund it for you. It's just a pretty big transaction, so it's got to pass on to the general manager. I'm like, cool. How long should it take? Just a couple days. If you don't hear from her, here's her phone number. Call her. This begins my journey, gentlemen.
Okay, hold on.
Yes.
So let me just imagine Bobby, and he's leaving the Shire, and he's about to embark on his quest to Mount Doom, where he's looking for the Horcruxes to gather the Deathly Hallows to defeat the Emperor once and for all. Okay.
Yes, that's exactly where I'm at.
It's a pretty epic journey.
Except that I feel like it shouldn't be because I just blatantly have a contract and a law on my side. So I'm still thinking This is open and close. I'm thinking that I walked out of my front door in the Shire and just Kobe shot this motherfucker into the mountain and then just turned around for brunch and it's taken care of.
Right, and then you're having lunch with the headmaster on the remains of the old Death Star. Gotcha.
Yes, exactly, and everything's just fine. This fucking bitch, does nothing, right? Like doesn't email me, doesn't call me. A couple days go by, I call her, leave her a voicemail, nothing. I start calling and emailing this girl every single day for 3 straight weeks until one time she calls me, it rings once, and then she hangs up. So I know this bitch is playing me, right? So I keep calling her. So then finally I leave her. And the whole time being very polite. Like I don't want to like blow things out of proportion here. But then I but it's like crescendoing. Like with each thing I'm like, hey, this is getting a little frustrating, not being able to find you. It's getting to the point where eventually I'm like, you're a very hard person to reach. You need to get back to me. Until finally I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm so fucking
WTF, and I don't mean why the frown.
Yes. So I sent this bitch an email last Wednesday, and I tell her, listen here, bitch. I have been trying to get in contact with you for the last 3.5 fucking weeks. This is a lot of money. If I owed you this money, you would send collection after me. You would charge interest for all this shit, and you would hound me. And you're fucking thinking I'm gonna go away. But if you haven't checked your phone calls and your voicemails and your emails, I've called you every business day for the last 3.5 weeks. So know that I'm serious when I tell you that if I do not get this money by 5 o'clock on Monday, yesterday, I will find a lawyer and I will sue the fuck out of you guys, and it will be a lot more than the $850 you owe me. So I dropped that bomb, right? Don't hear anything. Monday night comes and goes. I check my bank account this morning. Not only is there not a refund there, they charged me again for this fucking money.
That's what we like to call a bold move.
Yes, right?
Let's see if it pays off for her, Cotton.
Bro, I was fuming this morning. That's why I've been drinking all afternoon. I've been trying to figure this out. So no, I did. I called an attorney immediately, and I get this awesome guy on the phone. Because a lot of these attorneys, I don't know if this is standard practice or not, but they do like free consultation or whatever over the phone. So I'm like,
we like to call them fly-by-nights.
Thank you. Okay.
So that's where the Rush album came from.
So I red-eye flighted this, and I talked to this
Johnny Cochran.
Yes, I talked to this attorney on the phone today, and I talked to a couple of them, but this one I get in touch with, he's outright like, the CAC fucking sucks. Like he's like outright cussing at me. He's like, they fucking suck. I personally know a couple of the attorneys on their board of directors that do law work for them. I hate those guys. I would love nothing more than to take these guys down with you, because he outright tells me this. He's like they are hurting for money. They've been losing money for like the last 3 years, and I can tell you right now, they honestly just think you're gonna eventually go away, and it's not gonna be that big of a deal. So like, like he's like, but we need to figure out if, how much money you actually can get, because it's going to cost a lot of money to have an attorney do this and have me do this and stuff. But he's like, I'll cut you a deal to be able to take these guys down. And so I'm like, all right. Now we're kind of rolling a little bit here. So I like make some calls, figure out what county they're in, figure out where I have to fucking file a court claim, like how I'm going to serve these fucking people. The lawyer's going to draft up a demand letter to send to these fucking people. And that's where I'm at right now, dude. I still haven't heard anything from this lady. She's going to go in. She's going to go in tomorrow, and she is literally going to sit there and not leave until they forcibly remove her, or she gets an appointment with this general manager lady. And when she gets that meeting, I should have said.
No, don't worry about it. I was already thinking about editing it out. No. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, should I start over?
No.
What does it say?
No.
Okay.
Because
so
she's going to say your girlfriend's name.
Yeah, right. Thank you. Not like anybody wouldn't know. Every time I say my girlfriend, I share this on my page. So, but anyway, whatever. So she's gonna go down there until she's either thrown out, or until they will actually meet with her. And that's like our last ditch effort of being like, because basically what's going to happen now is I'm gonna file in the morning, and then she's gonna be like, hey, here's the proof that I've already sent you. This is your last chance to give us these funds and refund it now before we have legal action. If the lady tells her no, then she's gonna be like, you've been served. Here you go. And then that's going to be that. And we're going to go for it. But the awesome thing about Colorado is they have this thing called, it's not just here, but like it's called, I was told by that attorney, it's called civil theft. But in here, it tells you 3 times your amount. So now they owe me about $1,000, and I can sue them for court costs and filing fees and serving costs and $3,000. So he's like, more than likely he's like, since you have all this proof, they'll more than likely try and settle. But I'm like, I don't want to fucking settle, dude. I want to crush these people. I want all this money, and then I want to give them every negative review possible, and I want to just like spam crush them, because fuck this shit, dude. This should have been so open and closed. There's no reason for this stuff. I'm not being like, I have this contract, I have this proof, and no one gives a fuck. So like, fuck that.
Yeah, no, that's fucking shitty, dude. That reminds me of this one time when I went to Taco Bell. And I got a drink, and the soda machine syrup was out, and so it just tasted like flat, sparkly water, and it was disgusting.
Sure.
And they would not give me my $1.08 back for the drink that I got.
I think that yours is worse because...
Yes, please tell me why mine was worse.
Because if I cared about the gym, I would have kept going there. But I care more about soda than I do the gym. So
I was thirsty.
Right. No,
99.9% parched.
Yes. My mouth was so dry.
And that's a constitutional right of yours to be satiated.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of
beverages.
Of quenching your parched mouth.
Yeah, that's my shit. So I don't know if you guys want to fucking talk about that, or you want to tell me some fucking horrible real stories that don't have to do with Taco Bell.
No, I want to know how Perry Mason's gonna fucking go after these dudes. Because
Perry Mason.
Because that reminds me, I had a divorce attorney once. I say a because I've had more than one. And but he did the same thing where I was just like, yeah, she's trying to do this and trying to do that, and he was just like, no, fuck this shit. She's being a real fucking bitch right now. We're gonna fucking go after her, and we're gonna fucking get her because she can't fucking do this shit to you. And I was all like,
"Are you fired up?"
No,
because you sound like a hype man. Is what he sounds like.
Well, that's because that's what he was trying to do. Because I was like bawling in his office. I was like, I don't want to do this. And he was like, no, fuck this. You're the man, and we're gonna fucking get you what you fucking deserve. And he was just going off, and I was like, I fucking love this guy. This guy's amazing. Because I walked in there going, I don't want to do this, and I'm really sad, and I walked out of there going, yeah, that bitch is going to give me everything I fucking want. It was awesome.
So you guys have both worked with Matt Murdock before, is what
yes.
I'm trying to say.
Yes. I've worked with Columbo. Oh, he's a detective. Never mind.
Yeah.
He could have been involved in your divorce.
I would like to think so. Behind the scenes.
I would like to think so.
With Kojak.
So I just don't understand, and I read a whole bunch of articles then over the last couple weeks about small claims court and how to sue big companies, and a lot of them are like, hey, because if you go to small claims court, then they can't bring an attorney anyway, but you have the right to representation, so it's really easy. And even that attorney I talked to is like, dude, don't even worry about it. They might have a lawyer try to call you or send you a letter threatening you, but you have the fucking contract and you have the email you sent. So like, this is so open. He literally called it a quote unquote slam dunk. He's like, this is a slam dunk of a deal.
That's a lawyer
Yeah,
term.
but in a town
Yeah.
whose basketball team is the Nuggets, I don't know that I would trust their judgment of a slam dunk.
That's pretty true. I walk out of there, $15,000. What the fuck happened?
I thought it was a slam dunk, and it turns out it was more of a free throw, and no one there can shoot him.
Yeah. Well, you went up for the dunk, and it ricocheted off the backboard, and it made a three-pointer for the other team.
Well, the buzzer sounded, and now you lost by 52. Yeah, that's pretty shitty because gyms suck, man.
And that's, dude, I mean, like, already fucking, like, contract bullshit and all that stuff. But, I mean, even when I worked at T-Mobile, we had this bullshit way around things where if you had your 14-day trial period, but if you returned your shit within 14 days, yeah, you would have been out of contract or, like, out of your phone payments, but you still had to pay a restocking fee. Like, it cost us so much money to just take that phone and put it in the back office.
That's a long walk.
Well, for me, it was like 7 steps. I could have just taken it and been like, thanks, and turned around and set it right down. Give me $35 for that.
Well, I mean, how much is your time worth? Because I'd say $35.
Well, are we talking Denver time or Boise time?
Well, yeah, because in Denver time, it would have been like $180 plus fucking commission.
Right? Seriously.
And that would have been enough for you to get a Happy Meal fucking on the way home.
Yes.
Thanks, man. You just paid for dinner.
Yeah, thank you. I just got $75 and a bucket of chicken today. I'm fucking super psyched.
Oh, dude, I had me some KFC last weekend. It was really fucking delicious. I got pretty drunk on Saturday night watching the Rapids beat Toronto.
Yeah.
And then I went and got some KFC. It was awesome.
So,
But anyway, no, fuck that shit.
So, they're putting a new Popeyes up here. Did you see that?
Where?
A fucking Eagle in Fairview.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. Of all the places.
Popeyes is the shit.
Popeyes is way overpriced.
Yeah, and way
What?
overrated.
It's the most delicious thing in the world, though.
No, Popeyes is fucking incredible.
Popeyes is okay on the best days.
When was the last time you went to Popeyes?
Years, because...
Okay, then you haven't had any
Not
of the new
since you
shit.
lived in
Sweet
North
fuck
Las
all.
Vegas.
Dude,
Yeah, I went to churches like an adult.
when you get spicy strips at Popeyes, the spicy sauce is on the chicken under the breading. It's fucking voodoo.
Hold on. There was a Church's Chicken in Vegas?
Yeah. There was one
What?
on the way home from school.
I never
We
went there.
We used to go there
What?
like every day on the way home from school.
To quote Kendrick Lamar, park it in front of Luda's next to that Church's Chicken. All you pussies is losers. All my N-words is winning.
Words, because
Yeah.
that's how we felt every time we went to churches, because that chicken is delicious. Only chicken
Dude,
better
that's-
than churches is Roscoe's. Everybody knows this.
Fucking Roscoe's.
I
Get
never
out of here.
heard of Roscoe's.
Roscoe's chicken and waffles,
Yo.
dog.
Roscoe's,
What? Roscoe's
chicken and
ghetto
waffles.
as fuck.
The whole restaurant is named after one of the most ghetto dinners I've ever heard of.
Yes.
No, it's. God damn it.
I mean, that's not to say that chicken and waffles isn't delicious.
That's not true. I've never had Roscoe's.
Because chicken and waffles is
oh, you
delicious.
fuckface. Oh, dude, when my lady made us that chicken and waffles, that shit all homemade, that was damn good.
Oh my god, with the bacon on it.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, no, I don't know, man. So like, fuck this shit. I just like, I hate this bullshit of like, okay, this is the only time you're gonna hear me say this, and at least you have it on record. Now.
Okay, let's
But
go.
I as much as I love capitalism
Yes.
and I love big businesses,
Yes.
I cannot stand when they legitimately fuck someone over and think that they don't have to do a fucking thing about it.
Thank
I
you
couldn't
for
give a fuck less about all
understanding
these-
the plight of the little people all the time.
No. Because I could give a fuck less about bank bailouts and auto industries and stimulus packages. And
I'm
the
not talking
mean,
about that. I'm
greedy-
talking about the fact
the mean,
that
greedy
I go
Wall
to
Street
fucking
people.
Walmart and they fucking rip me off every time I go there, but I have to go there because they're so cheap.
Come on, Walmart accepts all your WIC checks.
They take my food stamps too.
So your kids are too old for WIC.
The ones that you've met.
So I'm just saying, like, what? I mean, do you guys have any experience with that or some shit, or do you just feel like I'm just gonna fucking wage this war? Because honestly, like, and the reason, God damn it, the reason my girlfriend is going in tomorrow is because I cannot meet this bitch without calling her a cunt in her face. I know it will come out at some point in time. I've already, you do that thing when I don't know if you guys do this, but I think that most men do it where where when you're really pissed off about something, you start running through the conversation in your head.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. So I mean, I'm already sitting here like...
I do it every time before we start recording the show.
So, like, I've had legit conversations in my head today where I'm like, all I want to come out with swinging immediately is like, what kind of housewife fucking cunt of a woman, pretend general manager of some bullshit fucking gym that's losing money, can't even return a fucking phone call, like... No, dude, I just want to go the fuck off. So she's gonna handle it, and another thing too, by the way, because this is how real I am about this shit, and this bitch will find out quick. And another thing, as I was saying,
you dirty rat.
This bitch will find out if we don't get this back how serious I am, because I also went and did the research to find out that Colorado is what's called a one-party state, and what that means is that tomorrow my girlfriend will go in and with her cell phone will record the entire conversation with that bitch without ever telling her they're recording, and that's perfectly legal. So she's either going to give us our money or give us some half-wit explanation about why, with the proof that we have legally, we deserve it back. She's not going to give it to us, and I will use that against her in court.
Attaboy.
Words.
That's some real undercover CIA shit.
No, we got your back on this.
Bro.
Is she going to wear a wire? Because that'd be super exciting.
She's just going to use her iPhone, and that's that.
Okay.
I mean, really, I'm pretty sure that's what the CIA does now, too.
They don't wear wires anymore?
No, they just use the iPhones.
Yeah, I mean, patting down somebody's pretty easy, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's got a phone.
But then you would have like a sexual assault suit on your hands if they patted her down looking for a wire.
I mean, I would have a sexual suit on my hands if I was patting her down for a wire.
Well, I got a little bit crazy, and I looked this lady up on Facebook.
Oh my god!
I looked her up on Tinder. I looked her up on Plenty of Fish. I looked her up on Matchbook.
So, there is a large portion of me and that really wants to just burn that fucking place down and like write her, like create a Facebook account from an email address that I created at a public library. And send her some message.
So there's no paper trail?
Okay,
no, not at all.
Let's start a movement. We're going to call it #CAC sucks. And we're going to start blasting it out on Twitter.
Can we hold off until I get my money first, and then we can? Because I've held off on the Google and Yelp reviews, and the Facebook and LinkedIn reviews until I get my money, and then I will slam these fuckers. So for
now, just keep with the # give Nicolas Cage back the Declaration of Independence. Then once we do that, we're going to give Bobby back his money from CAC.
His membership.
Well, I'm wondering, dude, but I swear to God, I don't know if I can handle, because like this morning, seeing that they charged us again, that shit made me, I wanted to drive down there. That's a bold
move, I'm telling you.
I bet you exploded.
I literally called my mom and I told her I was going to go down there and I word for word told her I was going to punch that bitch in the throat.
That don't mean shit. That don't mean shit until you're drop kicking bitches in the throat. Then you mean fucking business.
Well, I've seen her on Facebook. I would lay this bitch out. So,
is she a hottie?
She's not. No, dude. She's like this old fucking washed up. She's like every other middle-aged woman who tries to be sexy. Wears a gallon of fucking. She paints her face on in the morning with a rolling pin. Takes 7 hours.
Was she needing bread?
Yeah.
I gotta make the biscuits in my face all at once.
Well, I told you she's middle aged, dude. So she's gotta get it where she can. But no, I don't. That is my fucking rant. I don't think I have anything else to say. But
no, that's good.
I will.
That's pretty nuts.
But I'm telling you that if in another month. Because I asked the attorney how long civil court takes, and he said between 2 to 3 months. I mean, if this does not, if another month goes by and I do not have my money and they charge me again, I'm
R.I.P. Bobby from the show because he's in jail for murdering half the gym.
I will burn this place to the ground.
The ovaries on this woman.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me just address something real quick.
Okay.
The whole time I'm watching Bobby talk, he's got this one piece of hair that's just coming down, and he spends all of his time flipping it back. Just let me get this book on my head, just so I can fucking say something vigorously and watch it fall back. Just fucking cut it, okay? It's just a little piece of hair, ain't doing shit. Fucking cut it, dude. Just fucking cut it. Just fucking cut it. Go get some scissors. I'll wait. Go get some fucking scissors and cut that piece of shit off. because all it's doing is just causing you to, God damn, just fucking flip your hair. You're not fucking 17.
Listen here, motherfucker. I would not talk to me that way because I'm going Donald Trump on this bitch. Once I take care of this lawsuit, I'll sue everybody and anybody for even fucking with me or even looking at me negatively.
He's got a defamation of character suit on his hands right now because of what you said.
There it is. See that?
No,
flip
hold
it again.
on. I watched you counting with your hands, you fuck.
Yeah, I was right on the money too.
All right, cut him some slack though. Haircut Girl doesn't live in Denver, so how's he gonna get his haircut?
With a pair of
Haircut Girl
scissors.
doesn't live in Denver, dude, and that's killing me too. Although I have been getting my haircut from this very lovely mulatto. named Daydree.
Daydree?
Daydree, Daydree. She works at the Great Clips by my house.
Oh, that's the Day Double Dre.
Day Double Dre. And I mean, she's just fool's gold, bro. She just she looks like a poor man's overweight Rihanna, but
Jesus.
She does.
I feel like that's.
She does.
I hope you've never promoted the show to Daydree before because
that's a redundant statement. Poor man's overweight Rihanna. I feel like those two phrases are interchangeable.
I have not promoted the show to Daydree because she is nothing about her. I like how she cuts my hair, but I hate everything about her. I even hate that my haircut is a comb over. I do a comb over that is indicative of whatever fucking decade from 20s to 50s or whatever. But she calls it a pompadour, and I know for a very exclusive fact it's not a. No, not at all. But she cuts it well. So that's the thing. But she also tells me like, I love R&B, and I'm like, what kind of R&B do you love? And she's like, The Weeknd. And I'm not saying I don't like The Weeknd. What I'm saying is The Weeknd is not R&B, and if that's your favorite genre, then let me hear some shit that's some real shit, not The Weeknd.
Some 90s slow jams, is that what you were expecting?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I want some Casey and JoJo, bro.
Some early R. Kelly.
Some Drew Hill.
Fucking Drew Hill, dude. That was some shit right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, if I would have been born 5 years earlier, I would have lost my virginity.
Some fucking Belle Biv DeVoe.
Belle Biv DeVoe.
That girl is poison. Poison.
But do you think that? Do you think that if any of these R&B artists had ripped someone off, they would refund their money? Right?
No, they would have had a slow jam. It would have been like, I'm here to warn you.
R. Kelly would still be trapped in the closet if he had ripped somebody off because he wouldn't want to face it.
That's very true. He would have just said that wasn't him.
That ain't me.
That ain't me in the video.
So you guys ain't got no shit like this. You don't have any instance in which you've been incredibly fucking wronged by a company or something.
This one time I went to McDonald's and I ordered a 6-piece chicken nugget. And
God damn it.
5.
Okay,
I only got 5, Robert.
that.
I was so pissed off. I was like, where's my other chicken nugget?
Okay, so you're joking about that, but I definitely did have an experience at McDonald's where I ordered a number 2, which is the 2 cheeseburger meal, classic. Okay, I'm on my lunch break at work, so we go through the drive-thru, get back to work, and I'm getting ready to eat my cheeseburgers.
You only got one.
I eat my first one. It's good. It's fine. I go to eat my second one, take a bite of it, and I was like, man, this is weird. Like,
I remember
this isn't a cheeseburger. So I look at it and open it up. There's no beef in it. It's just cheese and condiments in between the buns. It's a cheese sandwich. And it wasn't even a grilled cheese. And so you're joking about that. That's a real thing. Also, my mom has gotten an entire Taco Bell crew fired before.
My mom made me a grilled cheese sandwich once, and there was no cheese in the bread.
There was no cheese in the bread.
Mom.
No, we were coming home from church or something, going through the drive-thru, get some lunch real quick at Taco Bell. And,
from church or somewhere else.
And so we ordered some stuff and.
Some tacos,
some burritos,
a chalupa,
maybe a quesadilla.
Okay,
that sounds so fucking good right now.
It definitely does.
Yeah, it does.
But so we order this, and my mom was in the habit of checking the order out before you get too far away,
as you should,
just to make sure it's good.
Right, it's a good practice.
And the order was completely wrong. Nothing we had ordered was in the bag, and everything we didn't order was in the bag.
Like, what did we just order? Taco Bell? Why are there cheeseburgers in here?
Yeah, exactly. So my mom's like, and just flips a bitch, and she's like she's on a tear.
Single lane U-turn.
Single lane U-turn.
I like it.
She ripped the e-brake. And,
I did this once in Grand Theft Auto.
So she Vin Dieseled her way back to the Taco Bell.
Oh, because she was fast.
And furious.
You got it. All right.
And so we go into the Taco Bell, and she patiently waits at the counter, and so
when the girl comes up and says, "How can I help you?" Did she say, "What in all of the fucks is this?"
My mom doesn't swear, so no.
So did she say, "WTF"? And I don't mean when's the fiesta.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Those were her exact words, actually.
I'm on board.
Were you there?
It's weird. I might.
Were you eating lunch there that day?
Funny. One of the members of the crew that got fired.
So she's like fuming about it, and so happens to be another lady there that's also fuming, and so they get to talking, and they're both irritated at this Taco Bell, and so they end up getting the number. Like they give my mom the phone number to corporate or whatever
to Mr. Bell
to call Taco Bell, and so
yeah, okay.
So she calls him and is like, "This is." Well, no, I'm leaving out something. I'm sorry. Okay, so
back up.
So they remake our our order with the correct items.
Okay.
Except they made the items in a rage or something because like my mom's burrito, you know what a burrito is supposed to be shaped like, right?
It's U-shaped. Oh no, a burrito. I was thinking of taco.
No, I was like, okay, maybe you were part of the people that got fired from the Taco Bell.
Okay, no, a burrito, yeah.
So
it looks like a burrito.
She's got her burrito. It's like supposed to be a burrito shape. It was just a wad of tortilla and filling. Like they had made it and then crumpled it up into a ball and like tossed it into the bag.
Right. They hit Kobe.
Exactly. And all the food was like that. All of it was shit. And
so the taco, which is U-shaped,
was
balled up.
Wasn't. The taco was balled up. The burrito's balled up.
The taco was a taco salad.
Part of her quesadilla had a bite missing out of
it. The chalupa was only a lupa. I got you.
So we get home, we realize this is going on, and like I know my mom because I've seen her go off on people before about this kind of stuff. Because it's the principle, and that's what she always said.
I'm on board with that. I'm a big fan of the principle.
So she calls Taco Bell.
Right, Mr. Bell.
Taco Bell. And is like, this is unacceptable.
This is egregious. This is outrageous.
Exactly.
This is preposterous.
We went through the drive-thru. We got our order. It was wrong. That's whatever. We went in, said, hey, this is that's not what we ordered. And that would have been that. But then they made us what we ordered, but it was trashed. And so something needs to be done about this, whatever. So we ended up getting refunded. And so then once my mom finally cooled down and like the ban on Taco Bell from our family was lifted, we go back to Taco Bell. Not a single person from the little peon that cleans the bathrooms all the way up to the manager in this Taco Bell was completely different. So they had cleaned out the whole crew of this Taco Bell and brought in a whole new crew.
So Mr. Bell came down.
Mr. Bell came down.
And he said, this is unacceptable.
This is egregious. This is outrageous.
Preposterous. And out of control.
And you're all fired.
You're stepping in my office because you're fucking fired now.
That does remind me of a time where Brent and I were pretty drunk and we drove to Taco Bell at about midnight and we ordered a bunch of food only to be told that they didn't have any ground beef.
My little brother and sister were with us. We were having a slumber party.
And when we were like, what do you mean you don't have ground beef? You're Taco Bell. And they were like, well, we have some. It's just all frozen. And we were like, you guys don't close for 2 more hours. And they were like, yeah, we're not going to defrost it.
They told us specific amount of time how long it takes to make the ground beef. They're like, yeah, we're not going to make any more. It takes like 45 minutes to get it prepared. Or for some reason, I don't know why it takes them 45 minutes to prepare their horse meat. But it took.
Did you tell them to take one of the cows that are back there making the tacos and just take them out back and get them prepared?
And so
round up one of those girls.
So they're like, yeah, guys. It takes 45 minutes. We're not going to do it. And at this point, Bobby and I are doing the like, look at each other, look at the person, look at each other, look at the person, because we know the Taco Bell's open for another 2 hours, but they don't want to take the time to make the ground beef for us. So we peeled out in our Trans Am and went over to Jack in the Box and got some tacos there.
Because that's where you go get your late night stuff.
But yeah, I couldn't believe that was pretty outrageous.
So you know those frozen pizzas you buy? You just like buy them at the store and you take them home and cook them up or whatever?
Yeah, I'm very familiar with frozen pizzas.
Okay, so I bought one once. I bought a pepperoni frozen pizza to cook.
No pepperoni on it?
Oh, there was pepperoni. There was 5 pepperonis. That was it. For a whole pizza, there was 5 pepperonis. And I didn't even have anybody I could yell at.
You poor thing.
I was angry about it.
You couldn't have called the Red Baron and got him on the phone and been like,
no, it was
your pizza.
Tombstone, so
Oh, it was Tombstone?
Dead. They were already dead.
So yeah, Val Kilmer had already died of tuberculosis at that time.
Because I would have been his Huckleberry.
Oh my god.
Fuck you guys. I appreciate you getting my back on this bullshit.
Hey,
We've got your back.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many more times you want us to come down there and represent you.
Yeah, I'll do. I'm a great bird lawyer.
Yeah.
He's a great ornithologist.
Yes, I want. Give me some sympathy or give me some creative ways to torment this bitch.
I really want to, but you signed up for a gym. I feel like you got what you deserved.
Hey, some of us are trying to better themselves.
I mean, you could
and some of us are just living life.
You could Ghostface Killer her and just hide out in her house and call her home phone from inside the house. And
or you
torture her that way.
could red man her and just get a hot poker and lay it over the fire for a little bit and just stick it in her nice and slow, like.
Wow.
Or I could do exactly
That's
what
brutal.
I'm doing and method man her, which is following the methodical law movements of the judicial system.
Or you could just old dirty bastard her and get syphilis.
And then give it to her.
No. ODB would feel me because fucking baby girl don't got my money, son.
Yeah.
Shit.
Hey, dirty. Baby, I got your money.
Shit.
I got your money.
Or you could
Don't
just go
you
entire
worry.
36 chambers on her and fuck her shit up.
I love how you guys immediately jumped on the rapper train when I was actually talking about the Scream movies. But
Right.
Well, no, but the thing, it's because you fucked up a little bit there, sir. You said Ghostface Killer and not Ghostface
Yeah,
Killer.
that's very true. You
Well,
did have
okay,
you did have
so
a hard
how
AH
do you guys
on
know
that.
that I didn't mean to say Ghostface Killer?
Well, because
As a double
they're two totally different things.
entendre.
How would I have guessed? I'll tell you what, though. I like Tim's ideas of 36 chambers because all I'm saying is protect your neck,
Right,
bitch.
Protect your neck.
Words. I think
And none of this should be taken as a direct threat.
no, not at all.
No, you should because up from the 36 chambers.
No, it should be taken as an indirect threat. So I think that's gonna do it for tonight. I think that's good. We're good to go. So I'm gonna wrap this shit up. Thanks for listening to us rant about whatever it is that we fucking ranted about today. We hope you had a good time. I had a good time. Brad, did you have a good time?
I had a lovely time.
Oh.
You really know how to show a girl that she's special.
Well, wait till the date rape drug kicks in. Bobby, did you have a good time?
Shit, you did make my drink.
Never.
So thanks for listening. Make sure.
I'm a little drunk right now. That's what I want. Some Taco Bell after you guys are.
I know,
fucking
honestly.
spilling this shit. I haven't
That
had
sounds
Taco
fucking
Bell in
great.
a year.
I'm gonna go order a quesadilla and get a chalupa.
What's gonna happen right now is I'm gonna walk into the room when this is done. I'm gonna say, "Babe, let's get some Taco Bell," and she's gonna go, "Nope," and my dreams are gonna be crushed.
But I'm gonna think about you walking into that room and getting ringing the bell, and then my dreams are just gonna get started. So make sure you email us at ignorantrants@gmail.com. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/ignorantrants. Leave us a comment, leave us a like, let us know what you think, let us know what you want us to talk about, because sometimes we have no idea what the fuck we're going to talk about, and any help would be greatly appreciated. You can follow us on Twitter. We're at Ignorant Ranters. You can check me out on Twitter. I'm at Kid Insanity. Bobby, you on Twitter?
I'm at the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Bow. Bow, bow,
No,
bow,
no.
bow. Bow, bow.
Little DJ Jazzy Jeff joke for you there. He's probably starved to death somewhere.
Probably.
At Bobby WWS.
Words, check them out. Brent?
I'm on Twitter at TinyMouth, MOWTH.
I love every week how you say tiny mouth.
Tiny mouth?
This gets me every time.
Because I'm emphasizing the letters. That
I get it.
Do you get it?
I got
Right,
it.
it's really-
Okay.
It's a little less Dustin Hoffman Rain Man and more like Matt Damon Goodwill Hunting. That shit's genius.
It's a little less Matt Damon Goodwill Hunting and a little more Matt Damon Team America.
Matt Damon.
We're out.